Happening now, a diploma dilemma at a Catholic high school here in Albuquerque is about to get even more attention this morning.
That's right. Protesters plan to be back at St. Pius. They are supporting a senior who was born a girl but identifies with being a boy and wants to wear the graduation gowns the boys wear. News 13's David Romero is live near the school right now. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Elizabeth. Well, a Facebook page was set up in the last few weeks since the issue came to light, and it's called Let Damien Walk. That same Facebook page also says that the people behind Damien are planning a peaceful protest on the St. Pius campus this morning around 7. Now, there's also a petition that was started in recent weeks that's gathered about 22,000 signatures, which a local family started in support of Damien's request to wear the black gown for graduation. Now, the school, St. Pius, traditionally has girls wear white and boys wear black for the graduation ceremony. The issue came to light a couple of weeks back when Garcia requested to wear the black gown. Garcia is a transgender student living life as a boy but has not had a reassignment surgery. The birth certificate still says Damien is a girl, and that's how the school considers him as well. Now, the family will also be on the St. Pius campus this morning. They say they're going to meet with school officials, and they will respect the school's decision no matter what the outcome may be. Elizabeth, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Coming up in the 6 o'clock hour, David is going to be speaking live with Damien's father. You definitely want to stay tuned for that.
Well, former Lobo leader Steve Alford is getting ready to cut UNM a big check. The coach and the university have finally agreed on Alford's buyout, and he'll pay up $300,000. When he took off to UCLA back in April, UNM wanted $1 million, and Alford wanted to pay just $200,000. UNM says this deal will net it $625,000 and won't have to pay Alford $325,000 that's still owed him in pay and bonuses. UCLA is paying Alford more than $2.5 million a year. That is more than twice what he made as a Lobo. New this morning, the woman who hit and killed a bicycle rider in Albuquerque 3 years ago is back behind bars, accused of driving recklessly again. Albuquerque police arrested this woman, Miranda Pacheco, early yesterday morning, saying she was drunk, swerving all over the road, and did not have insurance. Pacheco is also accused of violating her probation. She spent 90 days in jail after being convicted of reckless driving and swerving off Paseo del Norte and hitting and killing David Anderson back in 2010. Right now, Pacheco is locked up on a no-bond hold.
Repairs to a church in Rio Rancho will begin today after some metal thieves got away with more than 100 feet of copper wire over the weekend. The Shepherd of the Hills Lutheran Church says someone stole 2 copper wire lines early Sunday morning from outside its building. The church believes someone clipped the underground lines at the building and the utility box and then used a rope to pull them free. The church says it was able to get through worship service on Sunday without problems, but they're worried about how it will impact them.
Now we have to take a look at our insurance and see what kind of deductible we have. And we have a preschool that meets Monday through Friday. And so there's always a potential that it will affect us adversely.
Rio Rancho police are investigating. No arrests have been made.
A man from Albuquerque who was arrested accused of trying to take illegal weapons through airport security says his rights were violated and he plans to fight the charges. Raymond Whitehead was at the airport in Newark in New Jersey on his way back to the Duke City after visiting his son here for the very first time. Now, Whitehead has retinitis pigmentosa and is now legally blind. He often carries a gun and says despite being blind he can still shoot well. TSA stopped Whitehead in New Jersey because he had a gun in his carry-on. It turns out that gun was not registered because when Whitehead bought it, he says it was from a private dealer and he didn't think it had to be. Besides that, Whitehead had a number of knives in his checked bag.
It was explained to me the reason they took them is because they want to know why I had them, and unless I can prove that my reasons are legitimate, then they become illegal, which to me sounds like you're guilty until proven innocent.
Whitehead says he was kept in jail for 10 hours without food or the chance to talk with an attorney. He's now facing illegal weapons charges.
Authorities are still investigating a plane crash that killed a former mayor of Aztec. These are pictures here sent in by Brian Norberto. State police say former mayor Michael Arnold was piloting the single-engine plane Friday morning when he lost control and crashed feet away from the runway. The plane then burst into flames. He was the only one on board. Arnold was said to be an experienced pilot. He owned his own plane and was the manager of the Aztec airport. He served as mayor of Aztec from 1998 to 2001 and then again from 2004 to 2008. Police say there were significant wind gusts in the area around the time the plane took off. Well, you know, summer will be here before you know it, and kids are wanting to hit the pool, that is for sure. But parents, you may want to make sure your kids are jumping into clean waters.
Yeah, in fact, the CDC just released a new report showing that almost 60% of pools, 6 in 10, have E. coli in them. So we sent News 13's David Romero to find out what the city of Albuquerque does to make sure pools here are clean and safe.
There's nothing like the refreshing feeling of jumping in a cool pool when the temps heat up. And there's nothing that can send people screaming like the sight of an accident in the water. But aquatic officials with the city say not to worry.
We have great automated chemical controllers. We have state-of-the-art pool equipment. We just recently installed over 6 ultraviolet light sanitation systems.
When something like a fecal incident occurs where germs can spread especially fast, the city says they have teams which address the situation immediately.
As part of that permitting, they have to be inspected regularly. They have to utilize certified operators, meaning every single facility has to have an operator that has completed either a local certification or a national certification.
Outside of addressing problems, those pool operators monitor the water daily.
So not only do we check the chemicals throughout the day, various times, and maintain those standards.
That means staying away from the pool altogether for at least 2 weeks if you've had a recent bout with diarrhea. Shower before you go swimming. Wash your hands and rinse yourself before you jump in the water if you've been sunbathing.
We have very, very good controls here, and as long as people are doing their part, we're doing our part, and they can feel safe with our pools.
That was News 13's David Romero reporting. This is Recreational Water Illness and Injury Prevention Week. To find out more about that and how to stay safe, head to our website and click KRQE links. Won't be long. People are probably already in the pools. Have you been to the pool yet?
No. Well, actually, one time we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.